Hello again, and here we are. This is the second part. We've just gone through the basis of the tutorial phase. So what we need to do now is go and greet the Val down at the docks. Right, so we can talk to Harkin. At the same time we can talk to Ludin, who is the prince of the men, and to be honest he's a little shit. I can't stand him, but we'll go and say hello. He even looks like a shit. Look at him. Poncy. Okay, so last time I just introduced myself and nothing came of it. He just stared at me and there was an awkward silence and I just went. So... yeah, let's click on this one, see if he has actually anything to say. Great. So I'm guessing whatever you click, he's going to come across as a bastard anyway, which is fine because I don't like him. Talk to Harkin. Okay, so I don't know whether you get anything out of particular with actually talking to people when you have like options to. Every encounter I've come up to at the moment where I have that choice, I've just spoke to everyone. I don't know whether you can. I don't know how it works, to be honest. We'll see what comes of it later on, I suppose. Okay, so we're finally leaving the city. Now this will cause like a travelling phase where you come up with different options, different scenarios, and you can choose an option, and each option will have repercussions further down the road. Yes, as you can see the days are ticking over, so we're on the second day now, and each day the supplies go down, I believe. I know they do if you rest at a camp. Let's have a look. Okay, so yeah, it's toast to walk here. Okay, chat with Falk here. Okay, so this is the world map, or at least the map of the continents available in the game. Quite big. As far as I can tell, you start off with one party here, which is the Val party, and further across here, I believe, is where you start off with Rook, who is the second party to come into it. That's as far as I got the introduction to Rook in his story. It's a very, very big map, and each of these highlighted areas have little bits of lore in them, which is pretty cool. Pretty well thought out backstories for all of the places. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. We've just left, about 2 days away. Instead. I don't know whether that's an accident or what. Okay, so this is the camp. Whenever you set up a camp, this screen will come up. I'll show you the different places. So yeah, this is the hero's tent where you promote people. It also gives you information on their skills and their stats. You can also customize your party, I believe, as well. When you get enough people that you've got more than enough to fill your own party, you can switch them, and you can also switch which turns they come up on. This is the rest area, basically, to just recover allies, injuries and stuff. Each rest passes a day, I believe, which then will use up a supply. Then this is the training, which is basically just a mock-up battle where you can practice skills and strategies and things like that. So we need to click on the hero's tent, and I believe we can promote someone. Yeah, so you can learn about all of the abilities and stuff. It has different ranks for the main abilities. And I believe, yeah. So we can promote Gunnulf, which is the one I was on about, who's my favourite. This is how our renown, and if you click promote, it'll come up with how much it costs to promote them. It increases as you level up, so when they get to a higher level, I think it goes from 5 to 10 to 15. I think it goes up in 5s like that. So yeah, we'll level it up. You get 2 points available, and you can see how far you can level them up. So I could level this one up to 2. So I think what I'll do is I'll increase his shield, his armor. I'll increase that twice, I think, because he already deals a lot of damage, so it would be good to make sure he's got a lot of armor. Is there anyone else? No. Yeah, so if you want different people to go in different orders, you can drag them around and just mess around with them as you see fit. Might be better having certain people going in different order. I'm pretty sure it will be, depending on how the abilities go. I want to be using Ludin as little as possible because he's an idiot and he's very weak at the beginning from what I can tell.
Wedderfell. Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
So when you get to different towns like this, usually you have a shop in the town where you can buy supplies, or there might be some useful trinkets that different characters can equip and it'll increase their stats in certain ways. Looks like the little prick's got himself in trouble. Ah yes, I keep forgetting about this. If you want to move, if you want to move over here, what you can do is you can select which route they will take. So you can select here, and then you can select there. Now the thing about spearmen is they can attack diagonally as well as in front. Oh, and up to 2 tiles away in front or to the side or whatever, which is pretty good. Okay, so the 50%'s come up, which means there's a 50% chance that the attack will be deflected. I'll just attack like normal, because I believe this is scripted this bit anyway, because it always goes the same way. Then the real fighters come in and clean up the mess. right up to him and give him a nice smack. 100% to hit, +1 strength, +1 break to target, 1 break to heavy impact. Yeah, why not? Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get a hit in with him yet. These big guys, these are the dredge by the way, these big guys are a real pain because what they can do is if they get knocked down to a certain strength, they will retreat and they'll do this move which after so many turns will bring another one of these little guys along. So it's worth getting rid of them as soon as possible. I'll knock his armor down until we can start taking a decent amount of health out of him. Try not to worry too much about these guys at the moment because they only take out 1 strength at the moment. Yeah. As soon as we get him down a lot, we'll be able to take a lot of his strength out each attack. Actually, no, what I'll do is I'll use Tempest. Now he's retreating, he'll put his sword up. Yeah. This basically summons Dredge into the area. So we have to take him out as quick as possible. Now we've got this horn which comes up. Every time you kill someone, a star will be added to the horn. And then when you're using the character who you could feel needs more willpower, you can select this star which will give them one of those stars in turn and it'll give them willpower. Comes in pretty handy when you've got people who you rely on their abilities. Boom, you're dead. Oh dear. Okay, so this is where we go to the other party. It's quite cool how it's done. It's sort of like a Game of Thrones where you have the different parties mixed up and you go between them. I'm assuming that they team up eventually. So this is Rook and his daughter. Okay, now the archers I like especially because they do have a lot of range on them obviously, but they have certain abilities such as Alette. Her ability is she can shoot through numerous people in one long line, and the more she hits, I believe the more damage is taken, which is pretty cool. And also, Rook himself, he's a good person to have team up because he has an ability where if he attacks them, everyone else in range will do an automatic attack as well, which is pretty cool. Yes, it's called Mark Prey. So I don't want to get too far away from Alette because I want to use Mark Prey. Now if I get right behind, I should be able to attack. Got 80% chance of deflect, so what I'll do is I'll just get his armor down for now, because that's the best way to go for the dredge anyway. Okay, so what I'll do is Mark Prey. Oh dear. You little shit. Okay, so Thread Needle hits all units between the archer and the target in a straight line. Now that does, again, the abilities always attack allies if they are in that range as well, so it's always careful to consider. But what I'll do for now is I'll just take down his armor. Oh no, why didn't that work? Oh, I believe because the archer needs to be so far away. I think the archer actually has to have some space between them. Yeah, it has to have one space between them. But they can attack diagonally one space, which I didn't realise. So, I'll just take it down again, and then what I'll do is I'll get Rook to come up from behind and deal some strength damage. Don't want to get the health down just for them to run away and to start some. 8 damage, dead. Achievements as well. Yeah, there are quite a few achievements on this, depending on like what sort of attacks you go for, how you manage to pull things off. Okay, so options like this can lead you to get your party into trouble. Yeah, we'll try and gather it all up before the dredge appear. Retreating back to Saga, which I believe is their clan's home.
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
we'll let them fight. Seem capable. At least the lead does. Alright, I see. Trying to make a move on my daughter, are you? Okay, so we'll call it there for now. Whilst the village is under siege by Dredge, we'll start from here in the next video. Yeah, as you can see, they're starting to surround the entire place. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you do like it, and feel free to subscribe. I'm not going to be one of those people who just tells you to, oh, like and subscribe. If you want to, go for it. But, yeah, thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.